Welcome back. Now that we've talked about Christmas decoration, we'll definitely be giving you some more insights how to decorate your space for Christmas. But next up on the show, I want to talk to a trailblazer, someone who has shattered the glass ceiling, literally. She shattered it and went straight into the air. We have joining us on the show this morning someone who trended some days ago for being the first female pilot of a Nigeria Customs Service. We have on the program Olanike Balogun joining us live from our Abuja studio. Look at that cool uniform. Come on. Good morning. Welcome to the morning brief.
I almost wanted to run away.
Good morning.
You know, right now, I feel like joining the customs. You make it look so cool. And now you've done something no one else, or no other female has done, being the first female pilot of Nigeria Customs Service. But let's start with the elephant in the room. For a lot of people, they were thinking, customs, pilots? How did this happen? Whoever knew that the customs had pilots? So maybe clear that for us before we talk about your phenomenal story.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, Custom has pilots. We have a lot of fleets. So those fleets are for border patrol and movement.
Okay, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, it's been said that your journey started as a member of a cabin crew, and from there you've come to become a pilot. So walk us through your story, because as I said earlier on, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to give glory to Almighty God and also to the Nigeria Customs Service as a whole under the leadership of my able, hardworking Controller General in the person of Bashir Adewale Adeni and his management team for making me who I am today. I started as a flight attendant, a cabin crew, and have been there for long, flying as a cabin crew before I applied for sponsorship, which Nigeria Customs Service paid everything for my flying. So it was a beautiful journey anyway.
Okay, talk to us about how long this journey has been. How long did it take you to train? How long were they now confident to say, okay, Balogun can fly, let's give her a try, let's give her a chance. So walk us through how long it took for you to become a pilot. And how long have you been flying, by the way?
Customs Service is the leadership, the Controller General of Customs. He believes in capacity development. So I've been in customs since 2002, and I showed interest of being a pilot. And he said, let's give her a trial. She's been in service since she developed the interest. She wants to fly. She wants to be a pilot. So they pay for everything. That was in 2022. Sorry, pardon me. I traveled to the United States of America. I had my training there. I spent 1 year, about 1 year, 3 to 4 months to become a pilot. So I'm still fresh.
So how long have you been flying? Can you hear me? How long have you been flying in terms of your locking hours?
My locking hours, I have actually is like less than 300 hours. I just started. So I just started flying not long. So I have roughly 300 hours.
Okay. Beautiful. It's important to also drill deeper, because a lot of people just think, it's flying now. You just jump into the plane, you start the engine and you press the accelerator just like a vehicle. But flying is different. So walk us through what your typical flying day looks like. All the checks you have to do, what you have to do in the air, and then how you land. So people know that it's not just driving a car, it is different.
It's been interesting and a lot of challenges, because flying is not just like driving a car. So it takes a lot of calculation, navigation, and you have to be a meteorologist. You have to navigate. You have to be a mathematician. So flying, it's not, it's not a joke. It has been an interesting journey for me. I have the interest, I stay focused and determined. And I believe in myself.
All right,
I saw it and I said, Olanike, you can do it. So I put in all the effort and my, to get it done.
Yeah,
I'm
sure Nigerians would like
journey.
to see, my apologies, I'm sure Nigerians would like to see your eyes if it's not so much to ask at the end of the day. But if it's fine by you, no problem. But one of the things I want to find out from you, the very first day you were to fly all by yourself, tell us that experience. There's always that first day to drive, first day to teach, first day of everything. Walk us through your first day. How nervous or how excited were you?
The first day, it's called, you have to practice with your instructor. Yeah. Your instructor have to satisfy you okay before they can give you a plane to fly alone. You have to do a lot of practicals and you have to prove it to him that you can do it. So my first solo, it is called solo. The first day I was supposed to have the solo, I went with my instructor. You have to do like 2 landings before he now drop and let you go do you fly on yourself, do like maybe 4 or 5 landings, then you taxi back. So the first day we were supposed to have the solo. We went on air with my instructor. After like 3 landings, the 4th landing, the weather changed a bit, it started gusting. So we canceled it that day. I was so sad, but after like 3 days, we went back, we did it early in the morning. So I did 3 landings for him. Then he's like, okay. I took him back to where he's going to like wait for me. I alighted from the airplane. Then he told me, Nike, I know you can do it, all the best. I was just like, man, within me, get down. Let me go get this thing done. I was so eager to have my solo done. So he was there. He tuned into the radio frequency to listen to my conversation with the ATC control tower. So after the whole thing, I taxi, I was giving clearance. I got up there. I was supposed to do I think 3 or 4 landings. I ended up doing 6 landings because I was so excited. I was happy. I was so happy to do it. So I did 6 landings. So when I got back, I taxi back. My instructor was so happy. I was so happy. That was the day I became a pilot, actually.
Okay.
That was the day,
Brilliant.
The water on me, celebrated me.
Brilliant. So what kind of aircraft do you fly?
For training or right now in Nigeria?
Right now, can you fly any aircrafts? That's what I mean. Or there are specific kinds of aircraft you fly?
Flying is not a car.
Okay.
So if you're flying, you have to get type rated on each aircraft you need to fly. You need to go for training, you need to go for sim, and get a type rated on each aircraft you have to fly.
So it's important to get that, so a lot of people understand the intricacies. But back to that question, imagine right now, you're not sitting in our studio. Imagine you're sitting in your pilot seat, right? Once you're seated, what are the checks you have to do in that cockpit? What are the things your I's you have to dot, the T's that you have to cross before you fly? Maybe give us some of the language that you use as well, so people understand the work that goes in.
Okay, before any flight, the most important thing is to check the weather. You have to get your weather checked. You have to be sure the weather is okay for flying. After checking your weather, you do your weight and balance. You submit your flight plan to the control tower. You get to your cockpit, you do your pre-flight checks, you check the airplane, you check everything, you check the fuel, you check everything to be sure that the aircraft is safe to fly. So when you get to your cockpit, you can't just do anything offhand when it comes to flying. You have to go through checklists. So for every phases of the flight, you have a checklist that you have to go through, you have to check before you do anything on that flight. You have to go through a standard checklist for each aircraft.
I know that you said you locked in barely 300 hours. Some of us have just been flying. We've never locked in a second. So it's a big deal as far as this is concerned. It's not like driving a car. In the 300 hours you've flown solo, walk us through some of the challenges you can say you've experienced and what you're learning as a pilot.
The challenging I've experienced as a pilot is weather. Weather has been a lot of challenge. It has been a difficult one for us. You know, at times when you are in school, you are ready to fly, but you cannot go on flight without being clear and without the weather being okay. So weather has been a lot of challenges for me. It's just weather, nothing else but weather. It's extended my training. It's just weather. Weather has been the main challenges for me.
Right, so speak to us as we begin to wind down. We'll get you to speak to the Nigerian girl out there who's looking at you and thinking, can this be me? Maybe get some sort of encouragement out there. I think that will do a lot. But back to the grind now. Since you have returned, how rigorous has the work been? Securing our borders, I imagine you have to patrol from time to time. Just how rigorous is it patrolling, and how much support do you give to those on the ground? How vital is your work to those on the ground?
Those on the ground, we work hand in hand with the engineers, technicians, dispatcher, and custom patrol. You know, is a security outlet, which I can't really tell you what we do, but we have a lot of cooperation with the ground and the flight crew. And also, to the ladies out there, you can be me, you can even be better than me, but it takes a lot of determination, focus, hard work, perseverance, and you have to be prayerful.
Roger that.
Set a goal. Know you can do it. You have to believe in yourself. Nobody can do it for you. Stand on it and believe in yourself.
So as they say, roger that. We'll have to thank you so much. The sky is literally not the limit anymore. It is the starting point. We've been speaking with Deputy Superintendent of Customs, Olanaike, as they call you, but I'll just say it as we call it, Olanike Balogun. She's the very first female pilot Nigeria Customs Service. Thank you so much, and wish you the very best.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me here. I wish you a pleasant day.
Thank you, and see you in the skies.
See you. Hope to see you.
Absolutely. We'll be more than glad. Okay, we'll take just a very quick break. When we come back, there's a lot more for you right here on the program. Join us again.